What's going on, guys? This is going to be a quick comparison video, and it's just really small demographic. You can put it on. You can go ahead and put it on. We're going to take a look real quick at the Galaxy Watch by Samsung, and I think it's a great watch. I'm a previous gen user, so I'm currently still using a Gear S3 because it still works and it's fantastic. But a lot of the negatives about the watch that I'm currently wearing, the Gear S3, are a lot more improved and robust in the revision that they did with the Galaxy Watch. Not only in form factor, but I think it just looks better. But it also is more efficient with the battery. The battery lasts a lot longer, and for anyone that is considering a smartwatch or already has one, there are very big limitations to the battery life of the watch, and a lot of it has to do with how you use it. For example, it's got this flip-on mode, and then it's got all this different information display. Both of these watches that we're wearing do that, so the features are just about the same. But where I'm trying to get at is, they both also take phone calls, texting. You can put your notifications to them. It has health tracking for your steps, heartbeat. She has some features on her watch that I don't have, like you can gauge your stress levels, which is really cool. So as a health thing, I think that this is a great watch, especially since if you look into a nicer health tracking watch, it's not much more than to just jump into a smartwatch that can take your calls and the texting notifications. And whether or not you actually want to take a call or a text on your phone or on your watch, is the fact that the notification to let you know it's happening, and if you're in a car, is just a great safer alternative than talking on your phone in the car. You shouldn't really operate your smartphone in a car. Don't distract yourself. That's a good way to put it on speaker and talk without having to remove your hands from the wheel. And the speakerphone on these are excellent. So you can throw that skepticism aside. Like, as long as you turn down your radio, like when you take a phone call, it's going to come through clear and very good. And same thing with texting. You don't have to text them back, though you can, but you can quickly get a notification to see if there's maybe an emergency or something, and then get back immediately to what you're doing. So, and the biggest appeal for me for Samsung is they have the turning dial that they have patented, so they're the only ones that can have that design, and I think it's a fantastic design. And what's cool about smartwatches is you can change the faces on the fly, but you can also fine-tune and change them and download more via the app on your phone. So a lot of flexibility there. And the battery life on this is really good. Like for my Gear S3, which is slightly larger, I get maybe a day at most, but I definitely have to charge it. And if I actively actually flip through and use this watch, I have to charge it at least 2 times a day. Whereas the She does not have to do that. It looks like every 2 days, you would say, to 3 days?
Yeah, 2 to 3 days, and that's active usage.
Yeah, so active usage, so that's great. It's a good improvement, so definitely worth the money to get it. I think it's a great watch. If you're into smartwatches or just trying to look into it, Samsung is a great, take that into great consideration, the products that they have. They work very good. I will say though, if you're an Apple user, you guys got lucky. Like, Apple Watch is probably the most phenomenal watch I've ever got to try as a smartwatch, but that also comes with its own caveats too, because some people like a circle watch because that's just the way it's always been, and the Apple Watch is square. But other than that, Apple Watch has great flexibility, and their performance battery life does surpass the Samsung, but the Samsung is really good, and it looks really good. The dial is nice. It's also touch. It can do everything. You get your weather reports. You can tell that this is newer too because it has Bixby for an assistant built in. Needless to say, Bixby is crap in my opinion, but the fact is that's updated Samsung stuff. Compared to my Gear S3, even being connected to my phone, I'm still using S-Voice, which is dated poopy doo-doo. Like, it's terrible. It's the worst assistant ever, so I'll never use it. But for being able to check the time real quick, like my accelerometer isn't very good either, so it's not even work. There it goes. So it works every now and then. They both do the same thing, but hers is revised. The battery life is a lot better. You'll probably get more enjoyment off a Galaxy Watch. Needless to say, that's it. So I know it's not really conclusive to anything. I'm not jumping in depth. I just wanted to point out Galaxy Watch looks really good. It works really good. If you've never used a smartwatch before and are considering, or if you already have one and you're not happy with it, if you haven't looked at Samsung, I definitely recommend giving them a look. They're a very good product. It's really good. When you buy it, it comes with a cradle for the watch, so that way you can charge it. It's charged with a micro USB cable to that dock, so think of wireless charging, though the charging device is actually wired. But it comes with everything you need to get started, and it comes with a replacement band too, so that way if your wrist is too small or a little bit bigger, you have two different choices, so you'll immediately be able to start wearing the device and use it and not have to wait and order a band to put the device on. So anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, consider liking. If you loved it, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.